This is David Higgins here at London Bridge following the press conference for October 25th's fight between Jospeh Parker and Fabio Wardley. And I'm here with one member from Team Parker, David Higgins. It's a pleasure to talk to you. First of all, how are you, my friend?
I'm going good, thank you. Good to be here.
And you're dressing very smartly as well, may we add as well. Just want to get straight into it. Obviously the fight, 25th, Parker versus Wardley. Two fighters who are coming off, wins in the year. From Parker's perspective, I want to ask, why do you believe this is the right fight for Jospeh Parker?
Because it's the biggest available fight. Like, Joseph's a boxer who backs himself to beat anyone. He wants to stay busy. He doesn't want to sit around for a year or two waiting for the right fight. It's about taking the best fight available at the time. And a lot of boxers, I think, overthink who they fight. They get a bit voodoo about it, and they can often sit around doing nothing. So this is a great matchup. It's a great fight. It's at O2 Arena. It's the main event. There's no reason not to take the fight.
And I want to talk a bit more about Jospeh Parker's love affair with the UK, because he's got himself some big wins, obviously against, Derek Chisora, but he's also suffered some defeats as well, like, with Anthony Joshua and Dylan White in the past. What is this love affair with Jospeh Parker in the UK? And do you believe like this is a second home for Jospeh Parker?
It does feel like a second home for Jospeh Parker. He's had probably nearly 10 fights in the UK, and had some disappointing nights and had some big wins too. And the public, he's got to know the British public and loves it here. The public seem to love him as well. So it's great to have a big second home in the home of boxing. It's wonderful to be the main event at O2 Arena.
And obviously with his popularity as well over in New Zealand, what does that, Parker's, success done for the boxing scene over in New Zealand? And do you think, if he should get his win over on October 25th, do you believe that this fight is like a career-defining fight for him personally?
So Joseph's sort of carried New Zealand boxing for the last 10, 15 years or so. Since David Tua retired, Joseph's probably been the biggest name in New Zealand boxing, and he's a household name, and everyone in New Zealand would recognise him and loves him. I don't think every fight's important. I don't think this fight would be career defining. It'd be the world title fight that'll be career defining. But there'll be no world title fight if he doesn't beat Fabio Wardley in this fight. So this fight's the most important fight at the moment.
And why do you think this is the most important fight at the moment? Because obviously he was former world champion, but he sort of got himself back in the heavyweight picture. You said the world title fight is important for him personally. Do you think it's more important for him personally for the journey that he's gone through to get back in this picture, or do you think it's important for him for different reasons?
I think it's unfinished business. I think he set out to be world champion, ideally stay world champion. He actually believes in himself and wants to test himself. And in the past, he might have been doing it for family or outside pressure. This time, he's doing it for himself, to test himself. And, he wants to retire saying, I beat the best. I was world champion. I earned it. And he's nearly there.
And obviously, you had a bit of back and forth as well with, Fabio Wardley's team as well. It seems to be, very juicy between the two camps. Would you say there's an element of neither, but also respect between the two camps as well?
I think there's respect. Fabio seems like a nice, humble guy as well as Jospeh. And sometimes guys like that, when they're both nice and humble, it's hard to promote the fight. So sometimes the people, the props like me, have to get involved in some banter that's beneath me in order to put the fight on the mat.
Do you like a bit of banter of yourself personally as a promoter? Because obviously we got to promote the fight, but you also got to create a bit of headlines as well.
Yeah, I mean, it all depends. Like, if you're promoting Tyson Fury, you don't need to say anything, do you?
Yeah.
Like, he'll speak for the whole room.
Yeah.
If you're promoting someone that's more humble, I mean, Jospeh Parker would look silly if he tried to talk like Tyson Fury. So, and sometimes you have to talk it up a bit more.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was surprised. Wardley's guy, I didn't know who he was, and then he was coming at me all of a sudden.
But Tyson Fury as well, he's been obviously very instrumental in Jospeh Parker's career. What sort of experience will Tyson Fury bring to this fight as well? Should he be involved in any of the preparations or things like that?
I mean, Tyson and Joe talk all the time. They talk today about sparring and camp and bits and bobs of advice. Tyson Fury, I know, studies the history of boxing. He's actually an expert on all of that. So, you know, it's wonderful to have Tyson Fury in the background there, available for Joe to lean on when needed.
And obviously, lastly from me, really, I don't want to take too much of your time. Come October 25th, why do you believe people should watch this fight? And most importantly, why do you believe Jospeh Parker has what it takes to really land it come October 25th?
Well, it's Britain hasn't had that many big heavyweight fights lately, and it's a proper heavyweight war. It's a main event at O2 Arena, so it'll be a good night of boxing, and both guys don't take a backward step. They're there to win the fight, so it's a proper competitive matchup that will be very entertaining for the fans. And as for Jospeh, I think he's got the hunger, he's got the experience, he's got the skills, the speed, the chin, and it'll be his night.
And on that note, we really appreciate your time, Mr. Higgins. Thank you very
Thank
much,
you.
and we wish you all the best.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.